Let's move on to the next section. In this part of the video we are going to explain how we can create a basic button, which allows us to add any record from our table to the update set we are working with. This can be very useful in the event that we want to pass records that by default are not automatically added to the update sets, such as, for example, an incident or any other data that corresponds to data in the database. And it can also be useful to add records that have been added to another update set by mistake, or that are in default. So let's start. The first thing we will do is create an update set to save all the changes related to this button, and in this way we can pass it to all the instances we want. To do this, as we have seen so far, we will go to the update sets table and press the new button. In the form, we will fill in the name field with the name Add to Update Set button. And in this case we will press the Submit and Make Current button. In this way, our changes will begin to be saved in this update set. We can check it if we go to the world-shaped icon in the upper right and press Update Set. We can see that the one we just created is marked. And through the button above we can access the registry. The next step will be to create the UI action. To do this, in the search menu, we will search for UI action and we will access the menu found in the System Definition section. We will press the new button. And we will begin to configure our UI action. The first field will be the name. In our case we will call it Add this record to US. We will also have to fill in the action name. And for the example we are going to create a form link. Although it can be any other type of form UI action. We will also have to fill in the condition field to determine which users can use this button. In our case, we are going to set it so that only users with the admin role can do so. In the table field, we must select Global. This way the button will be displayed in all the forms of our instance. Once this is done we can save the UI action. If we go, for example, to the incident table and enter any record, we can see that the button already appears. Just like, for example, if we enter the request items table. In the update set we check that we already have our UI action saved. So we can start programming the script to do what we need. The first step that our script must do will be to save the registry we are in so that the last changes made are also saved. To do this we will simply write current point update. The second step will be to add the record to the update set. To do this, we must invoke the glide object called glide update manager 2 and we will save it in the variable udp_manager. To be sure that we have found the previous glide object, we will check that our variable is not empty with the function gs.nil. And if it is, we should call glide object through the root package.com.glide.update.updateManager2. And now, all that remains is to call the saveRecord function, passing it our record. Finally, to make it much more user-friendly, in step 3, we will show a message with a link that will take us directly to the update set record. To do this, we will take the update set we are in, with the gs.getPreference function, passing the string sys_update_set as a parameter. We will make a glide record to access the record from the script and we will create an HTML object that is a link to this update set, showing us its name as a hyperlink. Finally, with the function gs.addInfo message. We will show the message we want on the screen. 1 point. We can execute these server-side functions such as the glide system functions, with its abbreviation GS. Since we are specifically executing this UI action to be executed on the server side. If you want to know where each type of script is executed in ServiceNow, I recommend that you watch our 2 previous videos where we explain it. Finally, in the case of this UI action, we will save the changes. Once saved, we can, for example, go to the request item that we had opened before, and if we press the button and return to our update set, we can see that the record is now saved there. Let's do another example. If we go to a change request and press the button, we see that it also shows us the message, and if we enter the update set, we see that it has also been saved. One last test that we can do, for example, would be to create a business rule in default update set. To do this, we go to the business rule table and create it. And now if we select our update set, and press the business rule button, we can see that it also works correctly and has added the business rule to the update set. This is how we end this video. We remind you that this video is a fragment of the full video, where we see other functionalities about the update sets, and we recommend that you watch. If you want to go see it, we leave you the link in the description. If you want to see more content about a large number of topics related to ServiceNow, do not hesitate to subscribe to be informed when we upload new content. If you liked it and it was useful to you, please leave your like and share. And if you want any specific content, let us know in the comments box. We also leave you in the description the link to our Instagram that we just created and where we will upload more content and news about ServiceNow. See you in the next video at ServiceNow Pro Solutions.